Welcome to Weydii 252. I'm your host, Jamad Hashi. Thank you for tuning in, and today's news headlines are: Interior Minister inspects police readiness ahead of Independence and Unity Day celebrations. Somali Minister of Ports joins global leaders at Istanbul Transport Connectivity Forum. Somaliland President Ero heads to Qatar to bolster trade diplomatic ties. At least 50 African people are at risk of imminent execution in Saudi Arabia. Somali participate in Third Global Forum on the Ethics of Artificial Intelligence. Huge crowds in Iran mourn commanders and scientists killed in Israeli strikes. President William Ruto has met the country's top security chiefs. Good evening and welcome to the news. First tonight, as Somalia prepares to mark its 65th Independence and Unity Week on June the 26th and July the 1st, the Minister of Interior, Federal Affairs and Reconciliation, MP Ali Yusuf Ali Hosh, conducted an inspection of the Somali Police Force's final preparations for the national festivities. Accompanied by fellow ministers from the Independence Day Organizing Committee, Minister Ali Hosh visited police units engaged in rehearsals for upcoming parade and ceremony drills. The Somali police are expected to play a central role in the celebrations, showcasing their discipline and national pride through a formal display. The inspection comes amid heightened patriotic spirit across Muqdisho, where culture bands, security forces, and local communities are preparing for a week of commemorations honoring Somalia's independence from colonial rule in 1960. Somaliland President Abdurrahman Ero has arrived in Doha, Qatar for an official visit, the first ever by Somaliland head of state. Invited by the Qatari government, President Ero is joined by senior delegations of ministers and advisors. The visit aims to strengthen ties between Somaliland and Qatar, focusing on regional security in the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden, as well as economic cooperation in areas like infrastructure, energy, and development. The trip is seen as a major step in Somaliland's effort to expand its diplomatic and economic relations in the Gulf region. President Ero is expected to meet top Qatari officials to discuss ways to boost collaboration in both security and humanitarian fields. Somalia's Minister of Ports and Maritime Transport, Abdulqadir Mohamed Noor Chama, is attending the Global Transport Connectivity Forum in Istanbul, Turkey. The forum, launched by Turkish President Erdogan, is organized by Turkish Minister of Transport and Infrastructure and brings together global leaders to discuss improving international transport by land, sea, and air. The goal of the forum is to boost trade, improve logistics, and enhance global connection for Somalia, which has Africa's longest mainland coastline and a strategic location along a key shipping routes. Better transport links are vital for economic growth and global integration. Somalia hopes to become a major trade and logistic hub in the region. The forum gives Somalia a chance to share its development goals and explore international partnerships, especially in port, infrastructure, and maritime services. Minister Noor's participation also reflects the strong and growing relationship between Somalia and Turkey. Turkey has supported Somalia in areas like infrastructure, aid, and security, especially in developing its ports. The forum is expected to lead to a new partnership and ideas for improving global transport system. Somalia's involvement shows its commitment to work with the international community to drive economic progress and regional stability. Somalia took part in the third Global Forum on the Ethics of AI, held in Bangkok and co-hosted by UNESCO and Thai authorities. The event brought together over 20 ministers and global leaders to discuss ethical and responsible use of AI. Somalia was represented by Deputy Minister of Communications and Technology, Ahmed Osman Diriye. He took part in high-level discussions, including a special session on international cooperation in AI. In his speech, Minister Ahmed highlighted Somalia's National Digital Strategy 2025 to 2029 to support digital transformation. New laws in progress such as the Data Protection Act, e-transaction law, and cybersecurity bill. The creation of the National Office to oversee AI policy and align with global tech standards. He also joined a session on AI readiness where countries reviewed UNESCO's tools to assess how prepared they are to manage AI. Minister Ahmed thanked UNESCO for selecting Somalia to pilot its AI governance tools. He said that forum was a valuable chance for Somalia to learn from others and strengthen its role in global digital development. Dozens of people from the Horn of Africa on death row in Saudi Arabia have been told that their executions could take place any day. Inmates and their relatives told Middle East Eye. The men are all from Ethiopia and Somalia and have been convicted of drug trafficking, which carries a death sentence in Saudi Arabia. Held at the Najran prison near the border with Yemen, inmates says they were notified several weeks ago that their sentences, typically beheadings, could be carried out soon. They have told us to say our goodbyes, one of the convict men who prefer not to be named told MEE. We were told that execution will begin shortly after Eid al-Adha, and now they have started. A list of names of the convicts obtained by MEE includes 43 Ethiopians and 13 Somalis. According to inmates, at least 6 were put to death over the past month. President William Ruto has met the country's top security chiefs and administrators and directed them to ensure the lives and the property of all Kenyans are protected. The president also directed the security chiefs to bring to book all those who perpetrated heinous crimes, including looting, robbery, rape, arson during riots earlier this week, and ensure they are prosecuted. In other news, hundreds of thousands of people gathered in Tehran on Saturday for state funerals of 60 people killed in recent Israeli strikes. Most mourners wore black, chanted anti-Israel, anti-US slogans, and pledged loyalty to Iran's Supreme Leader Khamenei. Many waved flags and reached out to torch coffins draped in Iran's national colors. The funerals included top Iranian military commanders, at least 6 nuclear scientists, 4 other scientists, and 8 civilians, 4 women, and 4 children. Iran Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi called the loss hard and painful, but said the memory of the fallen will live on. He emphasized national pride and promised that Iran would emerge stronger, saying those buried had died with honor. That's all for today. We'll be back with more news updates. Until then, stay tuned with Weydii 252. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. It's good night from us.